4, 3, 2, 1.
U.S. takes nukes into space, ready to strike Russia from the moon. The National Aeronautics and Space Administration, NASA, announced plans to put a nuclear reactor on the moon by 2030 as part of a vision to turn it into a power plant. But this mission is suspected of being a U.S. move to bomb Russia and China from the moon. NASA itself has selected 3 design concept proposals for a power system that will be launched at the end of the next decade. It will be tested by astronauts who will go to the lunar surface under the Artemis program. The station is expected to support human presence on the moon. 3 concept proposals have been submitted to Lockheed Martin, Westinghouse of Cranberry Township in Pennsylvania and 9 of Houston, Texas, which is a joint venture with Intuitive Machines and X-Energy. New technology is driving our exploration of the moon, Mars, and beyond, said Jim Reuter, Associate Administrator for NASA's Space Technology Mission Directorate. The United States Space Force has warned U.S. President Joe Biden of a possible Chinese attack on their space assets, especially now that China has missiles that can be launched from land to space to destroy satellites in space. The head of the U.S. Space Force, John Raymond, claims Beijing has developed a large amount of space technology that can combat U.S. satellites. This includes the U.S. GPS system's reversible jammer, which provides precise navigation and satellite communications. Raymond said China has missiles that can be launched from the ground and destroy satellites. I am confident that the capabilities they have developed will be used by them in their efforts in any potential conflict, he was quoted as saying by Express.co.uk. As is known, Xi Jinping and Russian President Vladimir Putin are currently Joe Biden's biggest competitors when the new space race opens. They are both working on a similar anti-satellite technology that military leaders are wary of. That's because GPS communications and satellites are key to military operations in many countries. If a satellite fails, it could put any military at a serious tactical disadvantage. Under the leadership of Donald Trump, U.S.-China relations deteriorated after establishing the Space Force, which is the new military force in the U.S. Trump wants to make the U.S. the dominant global power in space, which has prompted other world powers to follow suit. China's National Space Agency has now launched the Shenzhou 12 spacecraft, which will carry 3 astronauts to the new Tiangong space station for the first time. U.S. takes nukes into space, ready to strike Russia from the moon. The National Aeronautics and Space Administration, NASA, announced plans to put a nuclear reactor on the moon by 2030 as part of a vision to turn it into a power plant. But this mission is suspected of being a U.S. move to bomb Russia and China from the moon. NASA itself has selected 3 design concept proposals for a power system that will be launched at the end of the next decade. It will be tested by astronauts who will go to the lunar surface under the Artemis program. The station is expected to support human presence on the moon. 3 concept proposals have been submitted to Lockheed Martin, Westinghouse of Cranberry Township in Pennsylvania and 9 of Houston, Texas, which is a joint venture with Intuitive Machines and X-Energy. New technology is driving our exploration of the moon, Mars, and beyond, said Jim Reuter, Associate Administrator for NASA's Space Technology Mission Directorate. The United States Space Force has warned U.S. President Joe Biden of a possible Chinese attack on their space assets, especially now that China has missiles that can be launched from land to space to destroy satellites in space. The head of the U.S. Space Force, John Raymond, claims Beijing has developed a large amount of space technology that can combat U.S. satellites. This includes the U.S. GPS system's reversible jammer, which provides precise navigation and satellite communications. Raymond said China has missiles that can be launched from the ground and destroy satellites. I am confident that the capabilities they have developed will be used by them in their efforts in any potential conflict, he was quoted as saying by Express.co.uk. As is known, Xi Jinping and Russian President Vladimir Putin are currently Joe Biden's biggest competitors when the new space race opens. They are both working on a similar anti-satellite technology that military leaders are wary of. That's because GPS communications and satellites are key to military operations in many countries. If a satellite fails, it could put any military at a serious tactical disadvantage. Under the leadership of Donald Trump, U.S.-China relations deteriorated after establishing the Space Force, which is the new military force in the U.S. Trump wants to make the U.S. the dominant global power in space, which has prompted other world powers to follow suit. China's National Space Agency has now launched the Shenzhou 12 spacecraft, which will carry 3 astronauts to the new Tiangong space station for the first time.